Hello, my name is Amy Ames, and today we're playing Alice's Spiritual Judge. So, yeah, we're getting back into this one. Anyways, honestly, it's been a lot of work trying to juggle all these series, but yeah. And I think I'll just continue I won't be calling it Alice's Spiritual Judgment, as much as I think it sounds better. I'll just keep it the original name. So let's see, choose the chapter. So, if you can see, as you can see, there's like 10 chapters in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, did I count that right? Yeah. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. And I'm thinking of just doing, like, let's just continue on while I try to explain what I'm thinking. Like, 3 chapters per episode or something? I don't know. Because, like, it was like 20 minutes for the first episode. Anyways, let's see. So, Spiritual Judge? I never heard about it. And this place should be the gymnasium. What's going on? I'm so confused by the situation now that I tried to talk to this card soldier. Hey, this is the gymnasium, right? What exactly is Spiritual Judge? What are you talking about? It is literally what it means. Even if you say so. Be quiet. Refrain from talking. The lady on the stage warns us by hitting the wooden hammer. Be careful. We must obey what Judge Red King says. Card Soldier lowered the voice and said, "All right. So the lady on the stage is the Red King, even though she's female? She is not a queen? She has the absolute right over this place, so she's a judge? Very well, Prosecutor the Hatter, you may start your opening statement." Once the Red King urges, one singular dressed man with a hat comes out from the left-hand side. Is he the Prosecutor Hatter? Prosecutor the Hatter bows pompously and starts his opening statement. Yes, Red King, well, just now, White Rabbit, who belongs to the 2nd grade, Class 3, was found dead in the visual audio room on the 2nd floor of East School House in this school. The cause of death is the thrust of the neck. The person who discovered the body was, well, the person in front of you. The first person to find the body is defendant Queen of Hearts. The summation of the case is as I mentioned above. Understood. We can quickly confirm that the first person to find the body, Queen of Hearts, has murdered White Rabbit. Very well. It is very reasonable to presume the first person to find the body is the murderer. Exactly, Your Highness. In this case, I declare defendant Queen of Hearts to be executed as from beheading. What? Wait a minute. Wait, I'm the Queen of Hearts? I thought I'm Alice. And I have no idea if these were the voices I gave for the first episode. I cannot help standing up while shouting out loud. What is your problem? Red King inquires calmly. Well, do you not find it strange? About what? And this is a courthouse, right? Yes, that is right. If so, doesn't the situation now seem strange to you? Even though I'm not familiar with the courthouse, I believe you need the evidence, the opinions of the defendant, and/or a lawyer. You cannot execute upon such a ridiculous theory. Well, you're not familiar with the rules of this courthouse. Rules? First, we execute then. The ruling comes later. How stupid it is. How can you execute first? I never heard of execute first before the ruling. That is right. I'm not the one who killed White Rabbit. A dignified voice is heard inside the courthouse. It is defendant, Queen of Hearts. I can see her out of the corner of my eye. Oh, I thought they were accusing Alice of killing the White Rabbit. I have told you many times I didn't do it. Well, this is my first time hearing it. Prosecutor the Hatter tilts his head and says pleasantly, There is no questioning whatsoever, and I was taken here by force. When did I have the chance to make any statement? You are the murderer, right? Is there any need to question you? I didn't kill White Rabbit. The atmosphere at the courthouse becomes nervous. It seems no sides will give up holding their ground. Well, Queen of Hearts denies killing White Rabbit. You cannot judge without any evidence. It is not correct. Correct. Red King asked wonderingly. Correct. Well, so you are asking us to do things correct. I cannot believe it. What kind of judge is this? Can the chief judge rule justly if she keeps doing things like this? Of course, you need to know what is going on about the investigation of the prosecution, the statement of the defendant, and the witness. If you cannot rule properly, surely you cannot call it a rightful judge. It is not possible to achieve things you are talking about. Prosecutor the Hatter interrupts with smiles. As you said, to convince as many people as possible, we need enough evidence, spend time and money. People who are not concerned will deliver the final judgment. Well, how efficient it is. I mean, he certainly likes efficiency. I am quite angry with the way he puts it. Judge should not concern things such as efficiency. Well, my bad. This is human being. My apologies. What kind of prosecutor is he? He is playing with me. However, sometimes it is good to enjoy this inefficiency. Well, what's your name? Alice Kanzaki. Okay, Miss Alice Kanzaki. If you say so, why don't you take the role as defense lawyer? What? I shrink back without further thinking. Since I stand up, everyone's attention is on me. I suddenly feel embarrassed and want to take back what I have said and done. What will happen if I say, nothing, just ignore me and sit down? While I'm winced by this surprising proposal, and the Red King on the stage begins to talk. It is actually a good idea, the Hatter. I here announce Alice Kanzaki as defense attorney, defense lawyer of Queen of Hearts. What? Bang. Right now. Yes, Your Highness. As Red King orders me, I cannot help to consent to what I actually didn't want to do. Then why did you interrupt, man? It is true that no one can disobey Red King. Oh, look at those card soldiers. Well, I don't know how they work at the courthouse since they are in a mess already. I might as well do as I like. But what should I say first? Okay, Miss Suddenly Jumping in Defense Attorney. Should I explain the situation once more? Please. We have just found the body of White Rabbit, and the place was audio-visual room at East Schoolhouse at the 2nd floor. Cause of death is an edged tool cut inside the neck, which led to a shock death or excessive bleeding, which led to death. The first person found the body was Queen of Hearts. This is all. See, the murderer is Queen of Hearts, right? There are too many loopholes. I hesitate to choose which to attack. What should I ask? About the time of the discovery, about the knife, about the situation when discovered the body, about the scene. Let's see, let's talk about the scene. What kind of situation was the audio-visual room? What do you mean? Whether anyone can go in there, or was there any evidence of intrusion? More specific explanations of the scene. Well, why don't you look at this first? Get the phone of the scene. Oh, so we got a picture. A photo of the crime scene. This is White Rabbit's. Yes, this is the scene photo of audio-visual room. Now I realize there's actually someone dead. When looking at the photo, and I can feel my face turn pale. The photo depicts the miserable scene quite vividly. ... Did I scare you? This is the reality. You need to face it. And this was the audio-visual room open? Well, the key... How was the audio-vision room open, probably? Well, the key to audio-visual room is managed by staff. It is not available to students. If not for lessons or cleaning. Under regular conditions. Under regular conditions? Right, the scene is quite particular. We discovered the spare key, the unofficial one. The spare key. By the way, there are fingerprints on the spare key. And, as long as we have all the fingerprints from all the students and staff, we'll soon find out whose fingerprints they are, right? That is indeed true. By the way, the fingerprints are not the victims. Now I have the information of the spare key. Spare key for the audio vision room. There are fingerprints, but they don't know who it is yet. If the fingerprints are not Queen of Hearts, could we deduct that the murderer is someone else? Well, maybe. Then, let us talk about this later. First, let's conclude the whole case. Alright. About the situation when the body was discovered. Why did the Queen of Hearts go to the audio-visual room? ... Queen of Hearts? Oh. I don't want to tell you. What? I told you, I don't want to tell you. What? See, this is the same as saying, I am the murderer, right? Well, it is indeed very strange, but you cannot be sure that she is the murderer. Well, as the saying goes, guilty until proven innocent, if it's a situation. The contrary, it should be innocent until proven guilty. At the end, we are not able to know why the Queen of Hearts went to the audio-visual room. About the knife. When you mentioned the weapon as an edge tool, what exactly is that? It was a knife. A knife? Does it belong to the White Rabbit or anyone else? I cannot believe they didn't investigate this. We don't know to whom this exactly belongs to. It is a normal knife that you can buy anywhere. I see. At least they have done their best to investigate this. Now I know the information of the weapon, the knife. The knife used to commit the crime is an ordinary knife without any fingerprints. Maybe someone was wearing gloves. By the way, we cannot find any fingerprints on the weapon, the knife. Wow, this sounds like a statement in a suspense drama. Feels great. You are the prosecutor, man. Don't joke around. And about the time. Could you specify the time? It is too vague not to point it out. Could you let me know the exact time? You should confirm with the first person who found the body. What? As if it's not your business? Have you seen a worse prosecutor? Queen of Hearts, when did you find the body at the visual audio room? ... 1820. After I discovered the body, I rushed to report it. 1820, so 6:20. The presumed time of White Rabbit's death is... After the assembly of the day, the victim was witnessed in the classroom at 4:10. A lot of students can provide the testimony. In other words, during the time of 4:10 to 6:20 is roughly when White Rabbit was murdered. Now I know the presumed time of death. That's like a 2-hour gap, man. That's a long time for someone to die. Very good. From what we have discussed so far, have you found out anything? I did purposely refrain from talking about it. What? There are numerous cases for a murder, for a human's death, illness, accidents, murder. And there is one more. Do you know? ... Do you mean suicide? Yes, this is probably the most efficient way to conclude this case. If the first person to find the body, Queen of Hearts, didn't do it, White Rabbit probably killed herself. Do you not think so? I think she killed herself. She did not kill herself. Dang it, let me see the evidence. I don't think she killed herself, though. I don't think she killed herself. Really? Why don't you show us the evidence? Details. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's no fingerprints. And she's not wearing gloves. And she's wearing, it's like she has hands. The weapon? The knife? Okay, this cannot be your evidence. You contradict yourself. Well, why don't you show us where the contradiction? What? Well, how can you tell from the photo that is not a suicide case? Please be specific. I think her hands. Please see the hands of the victim, White Rabbit. Well, what's the problem? They look quite normal. Yes, they are very normal hands without wearing anything. And? Please recall the weapon just now. Weapon? Well, I see. It's about the fingerprints on the knife, right? Yes, there is no fingerprints on the weapon, on the knife, am I right? If it is a suicide case, it seems quite strange. If White Rabbit didn't wear anything on the scene, there should be fingerprints on the knife. It is a reasonable statement, so she didn't kill herself. Yes, she didn't kill herself. And anyone could have held the weapon since we don't know who owned the spare key. In this condition, we cannot assert that the Queen of Hearts is the murderer. Good. I see. Maybe we cannot assert it. Then, unfortunately, but let me tell you one interesting information. ... What? I have a bad feeling. When we questioned the students about this case, there was numerous students testified that Queen of Hearts has been bullying White Rabbit. What? So why don't we try to combine your statement with the story? White Rabbit has been bullied by Queen of Hearts. White Rabbit had been suffered so much that eventually she tried to kill Queen of Hearts. White Rabbit had asked the Queen of Hearts to meet at the audio-visual room, but of course, Queen of Hearts had fought for her life. She grabbed the knife and thrusted it into White Rabbit's throat. Stop this nonsense, the Hatter! It is Queen of Hearts, quite powerful and desperate. Well, I'm quite terrific. Well, this is only my imagination, but how does it sound? Well, I'm not wrong. I am wrong. Oh, that's even more strength. Am I wrong or am I not wrong? I'm not wrong, I think. I see. This is the truth. Right, it matches everything. What, Alice? Aren't you my defense lawyer? Oh, my bad, but I can actually oh shoot. Oh, are we affirming him? I thought they were saying I'm not wrong, not the Hatter was not wrong. But I can actually imagine Queen of Hearts swung the knife. You are talking nonsense just like them. Ow. I'm sorry, miss. You're easily influenced, Alice. Let me ask you once more, what do you think of my statement? This hypothesis is wrong. Well, you denied again. Let me know your reasoning then. According to the hypothesis, it's impossible to conclude that the Queen of Hearts to be the murderer. What if she killed the victim as you described just now and touched the knife? There should be fingerprints left on it. There is, of course, the possibility of her wiping them out. If so, don't you think thrusting the edged tool into one's neck will inevitably have you stained with the blood of the victim? Well, I won't be so sure. If you thrust into clothes, maybe not, but thrusting into the neck, it is indeed hard not to have blood stained on your own clothes. If Queen of Hearts had any intention to kill the victim, she might have prepared other clothes to change. But your presupposition is upon White Rabbit trying to kill Queen of Hearts. How could it be possible not to leave any evidence at the scene when she is not the one planning the murder? Well, there was also a possibility that she had been so lucky that there was no stains of blood on her, but indeed, it is not very possible. How about Queen of Hearts prepared for weapons and clothes to change? Then she asked White Rabbit to go to the audio-visual room and killed her. Don't you think this is much more reasonable? As I already told you, this statement is not right. You cannot assert Queen of Hearts as a murderer only because she is the first one who found the body. You can almost declare anyone to be the murderer using this sort of logic. ... Okay, I give in, Miss Alice. I feel released. I released all the tension strained from my shoulders. How much do we need to spend just to let them understand the seemingly obvious common sense? If only they could understand. Once I feel relaxed, Prosecutor the Hatter smiles audaciously. Let's all agree that we cannot assert Queen of Hearts is the murderer. Then who is the true murderer? The real murderer? Exactly. It is not a suicide case. We cannot assert Queen of Hearts is the murderer. So, who's the true murderer? ... Miss Alice, I have more interesting information. I have a very bad feeling again. If said it is interesting information, it is definitely not interesting at all. Are you always with the victim, White Rabbit? Since you're so close to each other, there are certainly some issues, excuses, or reasons to kill her, Defendant Alice Kanzaki. What? ... I'm the defendant? I have actually said so. You're saying I'm the murderer? You just said that anyone could be the victim, didn't you? In other words. There's also a possibility for you to kill White Rabbit, Defendant Alice Kanzaki. If anything, you could have killed it, Mr. Prosecutor the Hatter. Ridiculous. For some reason, you treat me as a defendant. You are being too unreasonable. Could you prove your innocence in this court? ... Let me ask, defendant. What have you done during 4:10 to 6:20 on the 14th of May? We were sleeping. In other words, please provide the evidence to prove you did not kill White Rabbit. I'm able to prove my innocence. I cannot prove I can't because I've been sleeping the entire time. I cannot answer because I don't remember anything. Why was I alone in the classroom? What was I doing there? And why did I get the spiritual judge thing? I don't know. ... Are you not going to say anything? Not being able to provide any explanation will increase the possibility of you being the murderer. Can you not confirm what you have done and where you are? Ridiculous. I didn't do anything. I didn't kill anyone. Such a boring answer. Defendant Alice, do you think that kind of statement means anything here? Where is the cleverness you showed when you defended Queen of Hearts? I cannot recall anything. That is all. I didn't kill anyone. Then why don't we let Red King decide what to do? I look up to the judge on the stage, Red King. I cannot see her due to the veil. What kind of expression is she wearing now? Red King nods and starts to speak. Very well, Defendant Alice Kanzaki. Let me give you a grace. What? Investigate the case and prove your innocence. Innocence. I cannot judge what to do with you, according to the statement so far, so find out everything. Everything. I here announce to dismiss the first spiritual judge. Clank. And I'm assuming that was chapter 2? Yep. Now let's go on to chapter 3. Chapter 3. Defendant Alice. Welp. As court is dismissed, people walk out of the gymnasium in droves. I watch them in the corner, my eye vaguely. Prove my innocence? How should I do it? Why can't we just accuse the Hatter? My memory is so vague. How should I start to investigate? I droop my head as I face this extraordinary situation. Don don. Uh-oh. Don't tell me it's that crazy that rabbit again. The scary one. My shoulder was tapped. Question mark? Oh, you, Queen of Hearts. I raise my face to see Queen of Hearts standing there. Thank you for helping me out earlier. Ugh, I didn't help you at all. I only tell them what I think. Concerning the result, I was helped. You also proved my innocence. That was good. You didn't become the suspect eventually. That prosecutor is really rude. I really want to cut off his head. It's not so funny to cut off one's head. It is not so funny for you, right? Well... Didn't you just become the defendant? Ugh. Right. Now I'm the defendant. I need to prove that I didn't kill White Rabbit. Why didn't you say anything if you were not the murderer? Can you at least say something? Well, you might be very surprised, but I cannot recall anything. I'm amnesia, man. Cannot recall anything? Queen of Hearts' voice sounds very funny, of course. My memory is very vague. It seems to be some kind of memory loss. Ugh, if you cannot recall anything when the case happened, it makes you quite suspicious. I cannot agree with you more. However, I can never thrust a knife into a person. I am quite confident about this. I have no courage to kill anyone. Now seems to be a very good chance. Let me try to ask Queen of Hearts some questions. Maybe I will find out something. I want to try thinking. What if no one knows what I'm doing, and I also cannot recall anything? I cannot imagine being treated as a murderer. No, stop. I cannot lose courage. I need to move on. Is there anything here, or is it the same? Locked now, I can't go in. Yeah. Anyways, let's talk to the Queen of Hearts. Did I meet you? Is this my first time meeting you? What? How much memory did you actually lose? She seems to be very surprised. This proves we know each other then? White Rabbit, you, and I all belong to 2nd grade class 3. Oh, now thinking about it, at the beginning, the judge, I remember Prosecutor the Hatter saying Queen of Hearts as 2nd grade class 3. It's quite ridiculous to forget White Rabbit and even your own classmate. In other words, we're the same age. Of course. What, you thought I was older than you? No need to use polite form on me. I'm probably saying like something like senpai or something in the Japanese. Yeah, right. Even if she said so, I cannot help to use the polite form. She has the kind of aura that can overwhelm people. So, I became the defendant. Do you happen to know my alibi? It is a pity that I don't know. Of course. What did I expect from her? I don't know where you were when the incident happened, but you weren't in the classroom. Had you not gone home? I went home. If so, do you have anyone who can back up the statement so I can prove my innocence? I mean, if you have parents, they should be able to back you up. Have some witness from students leaving the school. If you cannot recall anything, maybe you need to ask around. I will. It is not hopeless yet. I need to do something. I think that's all for now. Okay, give her evidence. Hey, knife. Nope, I can't. I was thinking of giving them evidence, but I guess I can't for now. Let's see. We're in the gymnasium currently, so let's go to the hallway. I don't want a jump scare. It is so quiet. No one's here. There's a court. Where are all the people? It's all red outside. I can see courtyard from here. No one is out there. Think. There's no use worrying too much. I need to find out how to prove my innocence. Is there anyone who knows me well? Classroom. Oh. Ah. Okay. That scared me. Miss Alice Kanzaki. Mr. Caterpillar. I find Mr. Caterpillar inside the classroom. I cannot believe it. Things are getting very bad. I didn't sign up for all of this. I did not sign up to be part of this, the audience. I mean, actually, do you even... Is, like, the Red King a student? Can't you just tell them not to do this? Let's go to, like, an actual court or something. No one can expect such things to happen in the school. Yeah, Alice. Do you also think so? Right. Nothing. What brought you here? Well, I feel very confused. Could I ask you some questions? Of course, as long as it is within my power to answer. He might know something. Let me ask him. Investigate. This turned into blood. Cause I don't think that was... I think that was in a white font earlier, white chalk earlier. The jolting message that was now earlier. Students' guidance. Be careful not to make things worse. Careless leaking is prohibited is gone. Did the teacher collect it? Wait, how about the date is May 14th. Someone wrote down the rabbit hole on the blackboard. It is like I fell down the rabbit hole, not a rabbit. How about that? Nope. Things stand in rows. Okay. Tea party, beheading. Okay, these are the normal things. Think. It's not like that I have lost all the memories, but I forgot all of my friends. Why did I forget them? There's no use staying in the classroom. About the spiritual judge. Sir, were you excuse me? Sir, were you present just now at the spiritual judge? Of course. What do you think of it? Which means... Well, don't you think it's strange? First you execute, then the ruling? Without any evidence, then you are treated like a murderer. It's not particular. Oh, come on. What? I'm very shocked. I remember Mr. Caterpillar. He didn't seem so strange to me before. He was just a normal teacher who was in charge of our class. I mean, do you really think a person that wears a gas mask is a normal person? Why didn't you find it strange? Because this is the way things work. It's reasonable enough. Reasonable how? As long as it's not your business, every case seems like a movie. I am now in this total mess. I cannot regard this as reasonable. Well, maybe it's not reasonable. A hierarchical relationship is a small environment. The meaningless rules pressed by your superior. People who are higher in position, talking some nonsense, or being pressed. Some responsibilities that you don't care. All of these are not responsibilities. Mister? If you change the way you think, maybe you can be happier. What? What is so happy about being treated as a murderer? You can shout out, "This is not reasonable," to all those ridiculousness. You may enjoy it while doing so. I cannot understand your logic. As you grow older, you can only accept all these things in silence. Well, the feeling changes depending on different people. Anyway, I have nothing to do with this case this time. Well, what if I accuse you of murder? How can he say so when there is one student dead in his class? However, I don't think I can get any good idea from him, even if I keep discussing about it, so I choose to remain silent. About the White Rabbit. Mr. Caterpillar, do you know about White Rabbit? Yes, of course, she was one of the students of 2nd grade, class 3, which I am in charge of. White Rabbit and I, well, were we friends, right? Why do you ask me? You should be the one who knows. Well, I suddenly cannot recall. Well, I don't know either. I have only been in charge of your class for 1.5 months. I'm sorry, but I do not know so much about you. I see, of course. Was he such a cold teacher? Is this the so-called curt attitude that is quite popular recently? About me. Mr. Caterpillar, do you know what I did after the school on the 14th? No. Right. I know he wouldn't have the answer, but once I heard his answer, I cannot help feeling discouraged. Well, I thought you belonged to the Go Home Club. Go Home Club? I'm not good at sports or art, like instruments and drawing. I can see why I belong to the Go Home Club. What am I, an idiot? If only I joined any club, I could prove my innocence so easily. As I regret silently, Mr. Caterpillar claps his hands as if recalling something. Right, I don't know if this would help, but you are one of the library assistants. Library assistants? Yes, I remember. You have voluntarily signed up for it? Is that so? Yeah. Now I recall it, you often went to the library. You may obtain some information if you go there. Thank you so much. I will go to... frick. No log. Dang it. I'll go to the library, probably. I don't know if this information would help according to the situation now. I am willing to clutch even a straw. Let's head to the library. Now you can go to the library. Let's move. Okay. Uh-oh. Don't tell me it's gonna be a jump scare again. Excuse me? I open the door to enter the library. Instantly, I smell paper and ink. I like the smell so much. I smell in the air, and out. Okay, I call out when I feel myself prepared. Hello, is there anyone here? I'm scared. ... Hello, is there anyone here? More dots. Hello, no one is here, right? No answer. Like everyone's dead. No one is here. I am very disappointed that things turn out like this. Uh-oh. Sound of clatter. There was a person behind the bookshelves. Exclamation point. Oh, it's the Chester cat? There's a masked girl with short hair standing there. You are... ugh. I don't remember knowing her. Who is she? Do I know her at all? Or is she a total stranger? She might be angry because I entered without permission. ... But the masked girl says nothing. As I stand there silently, she walks into the library counter. And she beckons me to come forward, so she wants me to go nearer. Once I approach the girl, she begins writing on the note. What happened? Does she write on the note on purpose? Is this girl... Are you not able to speak? As I ask, the girl nods silently. I see, I'm sorry. Thank you for being so considerate. Can I ask you something? Some of them may seem strange. She nods again. Well, do we know each other? It is so rude to ask such things, but I really cannot recall anything. Exclamation point. The girl stares at me with surprise for a second, then she nods slowly. Really? Well, I'm sorry to be rude, but I cannot recall anything now. I don't remember if I met you. It seems like she's willing to accept my questions. We're probably a little familiar with each other, I guess, but I can't confirm. She must think I'm a lunatic, since I suddenly lost my memories. The girl looks at me while I look down and she begins to write on the note. I am the Cheshire... I am the Cheshire Cat. Cheshire Cat. Yes, we are probably friends. Friends? This is the second one, a friend I don't remember. Prosecutor told me White Rabbit was my friend at the court, and now Cheshire Cat. I seem to like animals. I see. I'm really sorry to be so rude. Never mind. After all, you lost your memory. If you think I am reliable, share your thoughts with me. Thank you. I am now stuck in a situation that I cannot get out of. A friend who is willing to help me really means a lot. I feel the tears swelling in my eyes. I feel my tears leaking out of my eyes, so I immediately try to repress it. It is useless to cry. I'm a suspect now. I need to prove my innocence immediately. Did you see the court just now? Cheshire Cat nods. Yeah, I cannot help not to defend Queen of Hearts at the court. In fact, I cannot recall anything. I don't remember being so friendly with White Rabbit who was dead. The fact that we were friends. Why did I sleep in the classroom? And what have I done when the incident happened? I cannot recall all of this. While I flatter out all of these, Cheshire Cat just remains silent and listens to me. But not all of the memory is lost for me. I remember the school, my parents, my older sister, and my pet, Diana. I remember these things clearly. However, there seems to be some holes in my memories that I cannot recall. Alice, do you want to recall all of these? Cheshire Cat looks at me straight into my eyes. Do I want to recall all of these? I don't know why, but I chill when I am asked by this question. I answer Cheshire Cat. Yes, I want to recall everything. I see. Cheshire Cat continues as she nods. I might be able to prove that Alice didn't kill White Rabbit at the audiovisual room. Really? Cheshire Cat nods and takes out a file from the drawer of the counter. Library assistant duty roster. That's roster. Cheshire Cat opens a file to show me. It is written Thursday, May 14th. Frick. Basically said we were with Cheshire Cat, doing library assistance. My name, May 14th. It was the day that the incident happened. I was on duty. As I ask, Cheshire Cat nods again. Library assistants are in charge of the rental service at the reception counter during lunchtime and after school and the management of the books. Thursday, May 14th, Alice Kanzaki, lunch break, attend, after school, attend. So I came here after school. Cheshire Cat nods. Thank you, I got the alibi then. I feel so relieved and smiled at Cheshire Cat. Record the library assistant roster in the file. Cheshire Cat jolts down on the note and shows it to me. I am so glad for you. I have something to do, so I will leave for now. What? Alice, try to investigate by yourself. She has been so nice to me and backed me up. If she leaves now, I will feel quite alone, but since she has other things to attend to. Okay, thank you. See you soon. I cannot only say goodbye to Cheshire Cat for now. Let's see. Details, yeah. There are some pranks occurred, but it is settled. Let's think. It's good to have Cheshire Cat's company what if Cheshire Cat is not beside me? If I cannot explain my alibi, I would be treated as a murderer. Let's investigate. Computer. The computer is on. Probably Cheshire Cat has booted it up. There are circulation records of books displayed at the monitor. It might help to prove my alibi, so I decided to print it out. Now you have the circulation records of library books. Let's take a look at that. Circulation 62. Oh, this is 2015. May 14th. There's a lot of books. Return date of Twinkle Twinkle Little Bat and A Cradle in the Tree were both returned on May 14th. That's important. Let's see. Let's investigate more. These books in the front. Here we place the latest books and this month's feature. This month's feature as well, Edward Gorey's illustrated books. Plenty of wonderful illustrations. I'll try to read them when I have a chance next time. You can read and study here. This is a freely usable space. I think plenty of time has passed. The sky is as red as before when I wake up in the classroom. Books are organized in order. I like books, especially those with colored illustrations. My older sister reads books without illustrations. Don't they bore her? Well, something is sandwiched in the book. What is it? Now you have the bookmark. Bookmark. There are 5 black crows drawings on it. Are they crows? Blackbirds. And it says the word sama. Crow-sama? Go kro-sama. I don't know. Go means 5. Crow is crow. Sama is sama. There are 5 black birds drawn on the memo. Are they crows? Anything else? I think we already got this. Yeah, I think that's it for now. Let's move. Where should we move next? Let's go to the hallway. Okay. As I walk on the hallway, there's someone calling behind me. That scared me. Hey. Yes? You forgot this. Here you go. The student who talks to me has a school pocketbook on his hand. Oh, thank you. No problem. See ya. I thank him as I take over my pocketbook. He makes a salute and leaves immediately, so I'm assuming that was Tweedledee and Tweedledum. How could I forget such a thing? Losing it will cause me a lot of trouble. I will be in such a mess if I really lost it. I need to keep it safe with me. You now get the school pocketbook. My school pocketbook? I have investigated everywhere I can. Should I go? I go back to the library again. I check again the file Cheshire Cat gave me earlier. This file proves something that I don't even remember. This is a strange feeling. Why did I lose my memory, and how should I get it back? No matter how— oh no, everything's dimming. I'm scared. Okay, I'm gonna put my phone a bit back. No matter how hard I think, I cannot think of any answers. As I try to figure out of all these, I feel myself very sleepy. Oh, it's just a flashback. I'm standing in the park. It is a small and lonely park located between 2 apartments. I can see the big sunset. The warm and delicious smell of dinner comes to me. Meanwhile, there is one small girl sitting in the corner of the park. Her age is about lower elementary classes. She wears clothes with stains on it, and she has disheveled hair. As I hesitate to call her, there's one girl rushes past me. She runs to the girl in the park and sits down by her side. Hey, here I am again. Why did you come? It's not dinner time yet. That's alright. My older sister got something called medal something, and all my family's celebrating. I see. Hey, look at this. My mom made a pie today. Here you go. The girl came later, takes out a piece of pie hidden from a plastic bag where she hides in her inside pocket. The two braided girls seems to be very happy for the moment, but very soon her expression looks gloomy. You cannot do this. This is the pie your mom made for your sister to celebrate. That is fine, because look here. It writes eat me, right? You're right. Can I really? Of course. In return, tell me about your story. Okay. Then, 2 girls start to laugh together. I think this might be Alice and the White Rabbit. What is this? ... What is this? Uh-oh. Is it gonna be another jump scare? Who are these girls? Oh, I knew it. Okay. I covered my eyes when that happened. Hey, I have no idea what voice I gave you. Whoa! Suddenly, there's someone approaching quite near while talking to me. From the opposite side of the counter, the kid wearing the rabbit costume who I met in the classroom is there. I seem to fall into sleep. I am so sorry that I fell asleep. Hey, can I borrow it? Borrow what? Does she mean the books? I'm here to investigate the case. As a library assistant, we are all off duty now. It is also not right to lend books in this hour. Well, I'm sorry. It is It is off office hours now. You'll need to come back again for tomorrow. Really? I see. How about return books? I'm sorry, but I'm not on duty. You can return books at the return slot in front of the library anytime, so. I point out the direction, but she replies, I want to return here. What? I have no idea. Did I give this rabbit that voice? As it's trying to convince me, the kid talks back, while I am also talking. Her voice sounds a little bit unhappy and sad. Now I find out, even though this kid is talking about lending and returning books, she doesn't seem to bring anything with her. Is she making jokes with me? I cannot do anything now. Come back again, would you? Alright. She seems to accept this result and leaves the library. What exactly is going on with the kid just now? I feel quite intrigued, but still cannot recall anything. As I try to figure all of these out, someone opens the door and comes in. It's the Queen of Hearts. You're here all the time. Queen of Hearts. So, do you have any good news? Yes, I think so. I think I can make them understand if I explain properly. Oh, that is good news. Yes, well. Suddenly, the computer on the counter shuts down with a snap sound. What's going on? Why did it shut down all of a sudden? I hope it's not breaking down. Just reboot it. As she tells me, I turn it on again. It seems to work without any problem. Ah, it is working great. Well, the computer demands me to type in login ID and the password. ID and password? What's that? If this computer doesn't belong to the computer room, it should be able to log in with their ID and the password. Oh, I see. It seems to be like what she said. Please pull yourself together. Can you deal with all of these in this condition? I have nothing to say. While I am talking to the Queen of Hearts, suddenly Cheshire Cat comes back to the library. Hey, Cheshire Cat. Cheshire Cat gives a slight nod of acknowledgement to Queen of Hearts. Have you finished your investigation? Yes, thanks to you. I was able to have some progress thanks to Cheshire Cat. That's really great. Cheshire Cat is all smiles. Queen of Hearts looks at all of this and says with her head tilting slightly, Oh, so you made up with each other now? What? I remember the atmosphere was so weird yesterday. When did it begin? Though, I don't know why you quarreled. Ugh. I frown and look at Cheshire Cat. What's going on? Cheshire Cat said we were friends. But as I don't remember, maybe we did have a quarrel, or... Cheshire Cat, what has happened? Did we have a fight? Cheshire Cat looks into my eyes and shakes her head. Then she shows me what she writes on the book. Let's go. The court is going to begin. Cheshire Cat, Queen of Hearts, and I walk together towards the gymnasium and stop in front of it. I will go first. As saying so, Queen of Hearts walks into the gymnasium, or should I call it the courthouse. Cheshire Cat and I are alone now. ... I feel so awkward. Cheshire Cat shows me the notebook as I'm pondering about my feelings. Are you okay? ... I don't know what exactly happened between me and Cheshire Cat, so I lost my memory. Cheshire Cat seems to avoid mentioning it as well. Well, yes, I am okay. Cheshire Cat has helped me out when I was in a loss. As long as Cheshire Cat is by my side, I can go through it. Let's go. Okay, good. And that's Chapter 3, Defendant Alice. Chapter 4, Cheshire Cat. This will probably be the last chapter we're playing today. Come forward, defendant. Red King sounds echoes. You are Miss Alice Kanzaki. Yes. I here announce to open Spiritual Judge. Defendant this time is Alice Kanzaki. Playing. The sound of the wooden hammer Red King swings echoes in the courthouse. If I cannot give out the evidence to prove my innocence, what will happen to me? What kind of execution will I be facing? No, I cannot be so negative. As long as I explain properly, there won't be any problems. Prosecutor the Hatter comes in and starts his statement. Well, defendant Alice Kanzaki, the victim, White Rabbit, and you used to be very good friends. You have no alibi between 4:10 to 6:20, which was estimated to be the time when the victim was murdered. Therefore, there's a very high possibility that you murdered White Rabbit. According to these reasons, you are standing as the defendant in this court. Are all these statements true? It is against my will. Very good. Then where exactly were you between 4:10 to 6:20, Defendant Alice? The library. I was at the library. Oh. I am a library assistant. This is the duty log of library assistants. I was on duty after school that day. Yay, good. Don't worry, I can surely prove my innocence. I see, you were on duty that day. Yes, please confirm this page. I have signed in during lunch and after school. This could be the evidence that I was at the library after school after 4 p.m. Great, now I can prove I am not the murderer. Well, could be signing in here be an effective evidence? What? You may sign in here after the incident happened. No. Or can you provide a counter-argument? Why are you talking all these nonsense about counter-argument and what? I have signed in here. You're the one talking about nonsense. Of course the murderer will do their best to create alibi. ... Please provide your evidence. The evidence that can prove you were actually on duty as a library assistant after school that day. Is it this one? Oh, I don't think we checked on this. Oh, student ID 300-320-305. 323. Oh, this login ID is my login ID. Got it. Oh, we go to Akagane Junior High School. Issue date 2014. Alice Kanzaki. What is this? The circulation record of books. Well, this thin paper could prove your alibi. Why don't you explain to us more precisely? This login number. Please look at the login ID. My ID is the one written on the school pocketbook. You will not be able to log into school PC if you don't have the ID and the password written in your school pocketbook. And that was how I logged into the PC at the library when the accident took place. Great, the statement should score. Oh, you logged in at 4:52, C. What were you doing between 1 and 4:52, roughly 1 hour? I was already at the library doing what I need to do as a library assistant, of course. Maybe I'm too anxious to say all of these. It seems very bad. I've stuck to it so far by my own courage. It probably had been lured into a bad direction. If only I had asked more details from Cheshire Cat. Right now, I have dug my own grave. The prosecution would like to invite a witness now. Red King, could we have your permission? You have my permission. Come forward, witness. Imagine the witness is like Cheshire Cat or something. The witness? What kind of statement will the witness testify? Oh, the dormouse. Oh, you good, bro? You seem kind of sad. ... Witness, please provide your name and which class you belong to. Yes, sir. Well, my name is Dormouse, and I belong to 2nd grade, class 2. Well, very well, Mr. Dormouse. Where were you when the incident happened? Well, I was at the library. Library? Oh, I see. Well, can you predict what I will ask him after this? Wait, how did you know I have the evidence? Oh no. I really have a bad feeling. I break into a cold sweat. Witness Dormouse, please provide a statement about what you have seen in the library. Yes, sir. After the ceremony ended about 4, I went to the library and returned books at the counter. There was only one library assistant at the time, and I studied at the library about 1 hour. And I went to the counter to borrow another book. There was still one library assistant back then. Wait. Right? Right. You're sure there was only one person? Yes, there was only one person. Normally there would usually be 2 people. So I was a little surprised there was only one that day. I'm quite confident. Okay, witness Dormouse. The library assistant you saw at the counter, was she the student with long hair who stands right here? Uh-oh. Oh no. No, it was a person with shorter hair. Wait, this is not right. I might have only left the seat for a while. There was possibilities I just left a while, right? I tried to provide a counter-argument, but I cannot even persuade myself, and my statement ends very weak. I'm not able to be confident since I don't remember anything. Witness, what do you think of the statement of the defendant? I was studying quite near to the counter. I had been concentrating on the studies, so I was not paying attention to the counter all the time. However, whenever I looked toward the counter, there were never two library assistants there. Can you swear to Red King what you said is true? Yes, I swear to Red King. It doesn't seem like Dormouse is telling any lies. So I wasn't doing my job as a library assistant? Did Cheshire Cat lie to me? Why would she lie to me? Very well, Defendant Alice. We can confirm that you had been to the library as a library assistant. But if you cannot provide any evidence about what you were doing, about where you were, and what you had been doing between 4 to 5, you will be executed without any ruling. Damn it. ... Very well, let me ask you again. What exactly have you been doing between 4 to 4:52? I cannot provide any decisive evidence. I'm not able to run away from here. I can only count the time before the execution and endure. There's a sound that makes my head rise. I could see Cheshire Cat standing with her hands raising above, beyond. Auditor, what is it? Oh, I forgot you can't speak. I propose to defend Defendant Alice Kanzaki. What? There's a stir in the court, and I'm too surprised to move it at all. Cheshire Cat is going to defend me? Well, a new defense attorney is becoming more interesting. Cheshire Cat. Red King, may I ask your opinions? Red King seems to be thinking a while and faces me. Defendant Alice, are you willing to accept this person's defense? Of course. Uh-oh. This is the first thought that comes to my mind, but I also recall what Queen of Hearts has said about the quarrel. Should I accept the defense from Cheshire Cat? I cannot even make sure if she's my true friend. Maybe Cheshire Cat is lying to me. Can I ask for a person's help while I don't know anything about her? I'll have Cheshire Cat. I mean, it's possible she'll screw me over. But you know what? I don't know. Well, the thing is, we don't have enough evidence, so I'm gonna ask her to defend. I would like Cheshire Cat to defend me. Cheshire Cat is willing to give me a hand when I'm helpless. I don't know what will happen, but I want to believe in Cheshire Cat. Okay, I see. You, who, and what class do you belong to? Cheshire Cat, belonging to 2nd grade, class 1. Very good, Cheshire Cat. You are now allowed to defend Defendant Alice Kanzaki. Oh no. Cheshire Cat stands in the court as a defense attorney. Well, I keep saying defense attorney. I know it says defend lawyer, but defense attorney sounds cooler. Well, defense attorney Cheshire Cat, do you plan to provide a statement to prove Defendant Alice was not able to commit crime between 4:10 and 5? I look at Cheshire Cat desperately. Please. Alice was at the library with me. Is this all? I'm sorry to tell you that the statement of defendant's relatives and close friends cannot be trusted. Defense lawyer Cheshire Cat, after all, there is a possibility that you might be protecting the defendant. We have investigated. You and Defendant Alice seem to be quite close. Exactly, this kind of statement will not persuade this persistent prosecutor that I'm innocent. Cheshire Cat reaches out of her hand to me. Question mark? I cannot understand what she's going to do, so she points out my belongings. Well, the duty roster of library assistants? Cheshire Cat nods and takes over the duty roster I hand her. She opens to the page on May 14th and points to the comment field. The order of the books was messed up by someone after school this day. Alice tidied up all the books. The comment field Cheshire points at writes, there were some pranks here, but they were all solved now. Okay, I see. In other words, Defendant Alice was tidying books on the bookshelf and was not at the counter. That is also why the witness, Mr. Dormouse, didn't see Defendant Alice at the counter. Is that what you're trying to say? Exactly. She took over the job at the counter at 4:52. Understood. However, is there anything to prove there was pranks happened that day? ... Even if you claim that there was pranks, there are possibilities that you're providing false evidence. ... How can one even prove for such things? Do you have nothing, Defendant Alice Kanzaki? Well, were pranks when the incident happened. I'm able to, because I have the bookmark. Oh then, why not show us? The evidence I have no evidence, but if I don't do something, I'll be executed. What do I do? Here you go. To hell with it. I'm so desperate that I hand out the evidence hopelessly. This is the one! And this is... ... I found this sandwich in a book at the library just now. It has a picture with 5 crows. This is the evidence. ... No, don't tell me no one believes it. Can this be evidence? No? Is he gonna laugh or something? Oh no, guys, come on. I'm like fighting tooth and nail, man. Of course not. Well, I was quite desperate. Let me think again. Exclamation mark, question mark? Suddenly, Prosecutor the Hatter burst into laughter. Well, this is very interesting. His laughter is so out of the sudden that I'm in a total loss. I look at Cheshire Cat in hopes of some help. She doesn't know either. Her expression is complicated. What exactly is... After laughing a while, the Hatter wipes out the tears and says, Did you show this wonderful bookmark as evidence without knowing what it means? Of course I know what this means. Really? Then what does it mean, pray tell? Ugh. Please do let us know, what is it? The meaning of this memo is... So, 5 crows... 5 black crows... let's see... Gokuro-sama. I think Gokuro-sama? Cause I think that's a pun. So the pun made by the people who played the prank, the memo by the Hatter, the criminal declaration made by the people who played the prank, the thing left behind by the people who played the prank. I think it's a pun. Oh good, you know, so suspicious. Ugh. Well anyway, you can tell from the bookmark that there were pranks happening. Cheshire Cat nods. That's exactly the jokes from those who have done the pranks. Jokes? Well, how about we have some English lessons, Kanzaki Alice? How do you speak karasu in English? Well... Crow. It's crow, the answer's crow. Crow. Very good, you seem to be quite good at English. I am very impressed. Impressive. I feel bad to someone that played this without knowing any Japanese. Because like, they wouldn't know kurasu. Karasu. Unless people watch Haikyuu. I feel like a fool even though I provided the right answer. I turn to look at Cheshire Cat. Cheshire Cat shows Alice what she wrote under the 5 crows. 5 crow-sama. 5 crow-sama. Gokuro-sama. Thank you for your hard work. Oh yeah, 5 crow, Gokuro. Thank you for the hard work in Japanese. They were laughing at us. At Cheshire and I, who had taken care of what they did to the order of the books. They left this message on purpose? Oh my, I have a good laugh. I cannot imagine this bookmark was prepared by a complicity. There won't be a stronger evidence, I guess. And as I look at defendant and defense attorney, there's no proof that it was prepared by them. Of course not. Who would have done this? Very good, very good. I've never been happier since the crazy tea party. What? My bad, nothing. Let me stop teasing defendant, considering I have seen such a brilliant message. What? I would like to ask our Red King. I've finished my inquiry. Please let us hear the ruling from you. Can she rule depending on such reasons? Red King must be quite furious. When I look up to the Red King while thinking like this. Very well. Red King must have laughed just now. I hear announce, Defendant Alice Kanzaki's ruling. Innocent. Blank. As I hear the announcement, I feel like I am collapsing because of tiredness, but Cheshire Cat has caught me in time. I laugh nervously, and Cheshire Cat just smiles back. It is as if she is saying, "You have done your best." Okay, it will depend on you if spiritual judge will end here or continue, Alice Kanzaki. Prosecutor, the Hatter grins at me. What does he mean? I try to think, but I fall into the darkness, probably due to the tiredness or the relief. No, I cannot let this end here. Probably we need to still figure out who the actual murderer is. I awake to be in a place like a health center. There's a lady who wears white clothes and looks quite gentle, sitting on a pipe chair. There's a girl in front of her. Her age is about 3rd to 4th grade at elementary school. The lady in white is asking the girl in a very gentle tone, "If you know something, please tell me. Do you have anything to tell me?" "I don't know." "Have you met the girl outside school?" "Yes, several times." "Really? For example, have you seen things like strange bruises on her skin or scars?" "Oh, don't tell me. Is she being abused?" "No." "Okay, that's good. Has she talked to you about those things?" "No, never. We played together because we enjoy each other's company. I will tell teacher if there's something wrong." "Oh, okay. I'm sorry to ask you so many questions." "Teacher, I promised to meet her at the park. Can I go now?" "Of course. Go ahead, but remember, go home before it's too late." "Yes, teacher. Goodbye." From the girl, I felt the rejection toward the lady in white, or I should say toward adults. What the girl might be. I'm pretty sure the girl's you, man. I'm scared. ... Ugh. As spiritual judge began before, I awake to find me face down at my desk. My seat. Cheshire Cat is at the stage in the classroom. "You are awake. You can just wake me. It's embarrassing to let you see my sleeping face." I immediately confirm if there is any drill. I seem to be okay. It is not my decision whether you should be conscious or not. Question mark. I'm curious about what she meant, but Cheshire Cat continues before I can confirm. "Alice is now innocent and won the court. I am really glad for you." "Right, so many things happen. Anyways, I didn't kill a white rabbit. I successfully proved that." "I won't be treated as a murderer. I'm innocent." "No, I didn't succeed proving my innocence. I need to thank Cheshire Cat. If Cheshire Cat wasn't there, I might have been executed already. I'm now innocent, all thanks to Cheshire Cat." ... Oh no, does she know something? Ugh, I thought she would be glad, as I am now, but Cheshire Cat stares at me in a very serious manner. "Cheshire Cat? Is it true?" "About?" "Alice, is it true you didn't kill White Rabbit?" Oh no, don't tell me we actually did, and something happened. Anyways, that is it for today's episode of Alice's Spiritual Judge. And, oh, ad for Tascar Hotel. Anyways, yeah, I think Alice, it feels like Alice might have actually killed the White Rabbit. It's just giving that vibe. Poor Alice, and we just defended ourselves. It's because there's still that other hour, right? The second hour. And I think Cheshire Cat was trying to defend us. Anyways, that's it for today. If you like what you saw today, please think of subscribing. If not, totally fine. I appreciate all of you guys for watching. Thank you, and may you have a wonderful day. Bye bye!